Cyclonic Storm Komen was an unusual tropical cyclone that originated near the southern coast of Bangladesh and later struck the same country while drifting over the northern Bay of Bengal. The second named storm of the 2015 season, Komen brought several days of heavy rainfall to Myanmar, Bangladesh, and India. It formed as a depression on July 26 over the Ganges Delta and moved in a circular motion around the northern Bay of Bengal. Komen intensified into a 75 km/h cyclonic storm and moved ashore southeastern Bangladesh on July 30th. The system turned westward overland and was last noted over eastern India on August 2nd. Across its path, Komen dropped torrential rainfall, primarily in northwestern Myanmar, where the precipitation totaled at 840 in Paletwa. The rains compounded upon ongoing flooding and contributed to the worst flooding in the country in a century. About 1.7 million people were forced to evacuate as floodwaters inundated houses to their rooftops. About 510,000 houses in the country were damaged or destroyed, and many residents lost their source of income as 667,221 acres of crop fields were damaged. The floods killed 132 people, of which at least 39 were directly related to Komen. The government requested assistance from the international community to cope with the disaster, considered the worst in the country since Cyclone Nargis in 2008. Elsewhere, the storm's flooding damaged 88,900 houses in Bangladesh and covered crop fields for a week. Komen killed 45 people in the country, some of whom due to illnesses spread by the storm. Later, floodwaters affected southeastern India, killing 103 people and damaging or destroying 476,046 houses. The monsoon spawned a low-pressure area on July 25th over the extreme northern Bay of Bengal and along the southern coast of Bangladesh. With low wind shear and abundant convection south of a developing circulation, the system quickly organized. At 3 o'clock UTC on July 26th, the India Meteorological Department classified the system as a depression, while the circulation was nearly stationary near the southern coast of Bangladesh. Land interaction and an unfavorable phase of the Madden-Julian oscillation prevented further strengthening, despite warm water temperatures of 31 circumflex degrees C early on July 27th. The American-based Joint Typhoon Warning Center began monitoring the depression after the convection organized further, amplified by good outflow. Still embedded within the monsoon, the depression remained nearly stationary for 2 days over southern Bangladesh. The JTWC issued a tropical cyclone formation alert late on July 28th, due to the increasingly defined circulation. On July 8th, the system began moving more to the south and southeast, although its movement was very slow, possibly affected by another monsoon depression over western India. The IMD described the track as unique, taking a semicircular path over the northeast. At 0 o'clock UTC on the next day, the IMD upgraded the depression to a deep depression, and 3 hours later the JTWC classified the system as Tropical Cyclone 02B. Located 135 km southwest of Chittagong, Bangladesh. A tropical upper tropospheric trough to the northeast imparted dry air, but otherwise, conditions were generally favorable. A ridge over Myanmar turned the system to the north on July 29th. During that day, the circulation was somewhat elongated and exposed from the convection, while the thunderstorms in the southern periphery organized inter-spiral rain bands. At 18 o'clock UTC on July 29th, the IMD upgraded the system to Cyclonic Storm Komen, one of only 4 storms of such intensity in July since 1965. Typically, low-pressure areas that form in the month are in the extreme northern periphery of the Bay of Bengal, allowing little time to develop over waters, and usually impeded by wind shear. Late on July 29th, The JTWC estimated that Komen attained peak 1-minute sustained winds of 75 km per hour, based on estimates from satellite imagery. As the storm approached Bangladesh, the circulation remained very broad with most of the convection in the southern periphery, although radar imagery from the coast indicated there was a formative eye feature in the storm center. At 6 o'clock UTC on July the 30th, the IMD estimated peak 3-minute winds of 75 km per hour. Between 14 o'clock A circumflex 15 o'clock UTC that day, Komen made landfall on Bangladesh just west of Chittagong, and the JTWC discontinued advisories once the storm was ashore. Komen quickly weakened as it turned to the northwest through Bangladesh, steered by Raj over Tibet to the north. On July the 31st, the system crossed into the Indian state of West Bengal as a weakened depression. The track shifted to the west-southwest until Komen weakened into a remnant low on August the 2nd over Jharkhand,